ASE Practice Test 2026 Automotive Service Excellence, Full Course Advanced Electrical System. Question 1. What is the primary function of the alternator? To start the engine. To charge the battery and power the vehicle's electrical systems while running. To store electricity. To regulate the idle speed. The alternator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy once the engine is running. Question 2. A battery's cold cranking amps, CCA, rating measures its ability to run the radio for hours, deliver high current for 30 seconds at 0 degrees Fahrenheit while maintaining a minimum voltage, charge quickly, stay cool in the summer. CCA is the industry standard for measuring starting power in cold conditions. Question 3. The state of charge of a lead-acid battery is best checked with a voltmeter, measuring OCV, ammeter, ohmmeter, continuity tester. Open circuit voltage, OCV, is a reliable indicator of the battery's charge level. Example 12.6 V is 100%. Question 4. Multiplex, MUX, systems use gateways to stop signals from moving, translate data between different communication protocols, example CAN to LIN, protect the fuses, increase the voltage. A gateway module acts as a bridge between different networks in the vehicle. Question 5. A smart charging system allows the PCM to turn off the alternator to save fuel, adjust charging voltage based on battery temperature and load, monitor the battery's health. All of the above. Modern systems are highly integrated to optimize efficiency and battery life. Question 6. Which part of the alternator produces the magnetic field? The stator, the rotor, the diode bridge, the brushes. The rotor is the rotating electromagnet that induces current in the stator. Question 7. The diodes in an alternator are responsible for regulating voltage, converting AC current to DC current, rectification, spinning the pulley, filtering the air. Alternators produce three-phase AC, diodes act as one-way valves to turn it into the DC the car needs. Question 8. An alternator ripple test using an AC voltmeter is checking for a bad rotor, a faulty diode, a loose belt, low battery voltage. If a diode fails, AC voltage leaks into the DC system, creating a ripple that can be detected. Question 9. What is the purpose of a fusible link? To connect the radio. To protect high current circuits by melting during a short. To increase current flow. To ground the battery. A fusible link is a short piece of smaller gauge wire designed to fail before the main harness is damaged. Question 10. A high-intensity discharge, HID, headlight system uses what to ignite the bulb? A standard 12V relay. A high-voltage ballast. A larger fuse. Thicker glass. HID lamps require a very high voltage pulse, thousands of volts, to start the arc. Question 11. If an alternator is undercharging, what is the first thing to check? The PCM. The drive belt tension and condition. The interior lights. The spark plugs. A slipping belt is a common and simple cause of poor alternator performance. Question 12. A battery should be load tested at what percentage of its CCA rating? 10%, 50%, 100%, 200%. Standard procedure is to apply a load equal to half the CCA for 15 seconds. Question 13. What is the result of connecting two 12V batteries in series? 12V with double the capacity. 24V with the same capacity. 6V, they will both explode. Series connections add voltage, parallel connections add capacity/amperage. Question 14. A grounded circuit is one where the wire is touching the frame. The circuit is completed to the negative battery terminal. There is no power. The fuse is blown. In a normal sense, grounded means the return path is connected. In a fault sense, it means an accidental contact with the chassis. Question 15. The starter solenoid serves two purposes, acting as a high current switch and engaging the starter drive with the flywheel, generating electricity, regulating fuel, monitoring engine speed. The solenoid pulls the plunger to close the electrical contacts and physically push the starter gear into the ring gear. Question 16. Surface charge on a battery should be removed before testing by charging it more, turning on the headlights for a minute or letting it sit, shaking the battery, washing the battery. Surface charge can give a false high voltage reading. Removing it ensures an accurate test. Question 17. What is a thermistor? A heat-sensitive fuse. A resistor that changes resistance with temperature. A type of motor. A digital switch. Thermistors are used for temperature sensors, ECT, IAT, where resistance changes predictably with heat. Question 18. In a three-wire sensor circuit, the three wires are typically power, ground, and signal. Positive, negative, and neutral. Input, output, and feedback. Red, black, and blue. Standard sensors get a 5V reference, a ground, and send back a varying signal voltage. Question 19. Electromagnetic interference, EMI, is often reduced in wiring by using thicker wires, twisting the wire pairs, using plastic conduits, running wires through the exhaust. Twisted pair wiring cancels out electromagnetic noise, protecting data signals. Question 20. A voltage regulator controls alternator output by varying the current to the stator, rotor, field, battery, diodes. By controlling the strength of the rotor's magnetic field, the regulator controls the total output.